Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers crossover with Jurassic Park from 2021. It is of course Tyrannocon Rex and Autobot JP93. What we're going to do with this video then, we're going to unbox them live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're then going to have a detailed look at them in both of their modes to help you decide how you want to display them, and we'll see how they compare with some of the other Transformers figures that are in relative toy lines. Before we get started, I want to thank Robot Recruits who managed to ship this to me lovely, quickly and nice and safely. But I would like to say something quickly. This is nothing to do with Robot Recruits. It's hopefully not too big an issue. But that black disc that you can see there is the wheel of the Jeep. So that's already come off. So I'm hoping that I can just click it back on. Fingers crossed anyway. Right, let's start off with looking at the packaging. And it's stunning, isn't it? It's really good. I know that's only cardboard in there, but there's an overturned car with the T-Rex obviously on top of it. Just looking great, to be honest. I like all this foliage all around there. This actually looks like, you know, it's the gate as they're going into the actual park. If we spin it round, we've got some brilliant, I suppose, scenery from the movie. We've got a little bit of a spiel there. I'm going to bring it close, and then if you guys want to pause it at any point now, you can read it in your language. And I think that's about it, to be honest. So let's crack this guys open and have a look at them. So opening the flap, there we go. We've got Mr. DNA comically put inside there. That's a good little touch, to be honest. I like that. And then if we open this, oh wow, it folds all the way out. I was completely unaware of that. You can see we've got the back end of the dinosaur, and we've got the cardboard car I was on about. I'm going to carefully attempt to pull this out. There we go. I'm probably going to have to shift away from the camera a little bit as we do this. There we go. So we can see if I tilt this up, we've got, there's the wheel. It does look like it's going to click back on, thankfully. And we've got the gun, obviously, for JP93. Also in the back of this, I can just about make out, if I reach it through, tip it up, we've got the instructions, which are like so. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to set them free from here and come straight back to you. Okay then, so they're nice and safely out of the box, and luckily enough, as you can see, the wheel just clicked in straight away, no problem. What we're going to do now then is some first impressions, and the detail on this is stunning. To be honest, I know a load of people who brought this set quite simply just for JP93, and it does look really good. And these crossovers, I'm on the fence with them, to be honest, but this one's just swayed me. I suppose it depends on how much you like the film, to be honest, and I do really like Jurassic Park. I suppose the one from Back to the Future, that wasn't too bad. The X-Men one I was quite disappointed with, but this already I'm more than impressed with. We can pretty much, yeah, maybe make out a little bit underneath it that's a robot, but again, not too fussed. The Jeep looks brilliant. This was the weapon that was safely stored in the background, but again, that's just cut out. Now moving on to the T-Rex, I'm quite interested to have a look at this, to be honest, because I know he's Beast Wars Megatron, but I don't actually own that. I've got T-Rex, but I've still not took him out of the box, so this is my first impressions of this mold completely. I'm not sure if that's misaligned. You can see this is there. Oh no, there you go, it is. It just fits over it, no problem whatsoever. There's so much articulation here. Look, you can see in the knees, you can see at the ankle. Again, same on the other side. The tail looks like it's got movement there. The neck is obviously going to do lots of movement, and of course transformation purposes. Just really like the color schemes, and you know, you can't argue with the fact that's come apart. That could just be because, again, this is fresh out of the box and not fully transformed properly, but it does just clip together. You can't argue that, you know, that doesn't look like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. It does. It looks very much like it. There is a port there in the mouth, which again, with the other Megatrons, you could put fire blasts and effects and things inside. No such effects come with this particular pack, but of course it's a standard 5mm hole, so you could put whatever you want in it. This is quite interesting, actually. I say, because you've got loads of articulation here and loads of articulation, or no articulation in this guy yet. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come back, and we might as well start with Tyrannocon. We'll have a look at them in their robot mode and see how she looks. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see I've got her in robot mode. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. It's mainly to keep the length of the video down and not to spoil it for yourselves. And as you can also see, well, I suppose you can see, but I'm going to tell you honestly, I've had a right game with this particular figure. I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's QC, I don't know what it is, but I've really struggled with getting this piece to stick together. The bottom's gone in no problem. As you can see underneath there, these are just supposed to come down far enough and click into place, but only the bottom one for me. No matter how much pressure I put it under, the clip rather, is just not clipping in. But ironically enough, this is probably going to be one of the only figures that I'm not going to be displaying in robot mode, because it's not that great. It's probably one of the main reasons as well I didn't get Beast Wars Megatron. I just don't like the idea of the T-Rex head being a hand. But apart from that, it doesn't look too bad. What I'm liking, and whether it's intentional or not, I don't really know, is the head sculpt is beautiful, but it's very much Grimlock-esque from G1. And this whole red chest here and the red hips, whether or not it's a complete homage to G1 Dinobots, I don't really know. This is Grimlock's head sculpt. As you can see, very similar. You've got the red line in the middle and the black head, and then for the rest of all of the G1 Dinobots, they have all this red chest and red hips. So that is of course Snarl. We've got Slug, as he is now known, so I don't get in trouble. Red chest, red hips. We've got Snarl. Oh, sorry, we've done Snarl. We've got Sludge. Again, red chest. And then finally, we've got Swoop. I'm not going to call him Straff. I'm going to call him Swoop. So as you can see, all the G1 Dinobots have this lovely red chest and red, I suppose, pelvis, waist area, apart from Grimlock, who's got the pretty much exactly same face as her. One thing I did want to say, I didn't say in the first impressions, is a lot of this is all rubber, so it does bend and flex enough for you to do the transformations. However, because it is rubber, sometimes it just pops back out and springs all out, and it makes things quite awkward. As you can see, the back bit's popping out again, this bit's coming down. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest. I don't know if it's rushed. As I say, it's my first impressions and first actual experience with this mold. I have got T-Rex in a box. Maybe it's not worth getting that one out as well, but as you can see, not too bad. Doesn't set the world alight, doesn't blow me away. So I'm going to keep her in a robot mode just for now, and then what we'll do, we're going to have a quick look at JP93 in their robot mode as well. Okay then, so here is JP93 in the robot mode, and I'd like to say this is a little bit better. I think, yes, it is definitely visually better than Tyrannocon, but there's this huge, I mean, look at that gap under there. I couldn't believe that was real, to be honest. I've gone over the instructions, I've gone back and looked at a few pictures just to make sure, and they're literally, I know you can't really see it when he's standing up normal, but that's a huge, there's nothing in there. If I lift this whole front bit up, I will upload the transformation process separately for you guys to see as well. It's just a bit of a letdown. So for that reason, this just feels to me just a teeny bit cheap. Articulation wise though, and I suppose we've got quite a nice head sculpt there. This has got full articulation, backwards, forwards, all the way around. Arms and shoulders, again, full rotation, up, down and around. You can see the biceps and elbows are on a ball and socket. The hips are the same, you can see are on a ball and socket. We don't have a waist swivel, we've got a knee rock, and as you can see, we've got a nice ankle tilt. It doesn't look too bad, as I say, looks okay. Not blown away, really, to be honest. Much preferring the alternate mode. Here, of course, is the weapon, which we can pop in the hand like so, and it looks okay. Again, I think obviously this is the first time they've used this mold. There was rumours initially that it was going to be the Skids mold. I'm not seeing Skids, but I don't think it is anymore at all. But there you go. Not much more to say about this. I think from the side, looks okay. Transformation process wasn't too bad. Again, I'll be showing you in a separate video. And I think now what we need to do is go back to their original modes, which is exactly the way that I'm going to be keeping them, and do some final thoughts. Okay then, here we go guys, back for some final thoughts, and they're in the modes, which funny enough I'm going to be keeping them in. A lot of viewers who watch my videos normally know that we end up in robot mode, but for this particular set, definitely going to be displaying in these modes. Transformation process for me taking him back was far easier, so fingers crossed when I come to do the transformation process video, everything will click together much better. Again, I just prefer it. I just prefer this particular mode. I like the color scheme on it. It just really works. The alternate mode for me, it never really did, and that's probably one of the main reasons why I don't own Beast Wars Megatron from Kingdom, to be honest. Don't know, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, who knows. But with regards to the Jeep, this is still spectacular. It's a bit of a shame with the huge gap underneath. One thing quickly to show you, that on the roof you've got two tiny cutouts there, and you've got the top of the gun there. You can either pop it on the roof like so, or if you look underneath, you've got a large tab there and a cutout there, so you can put this there like so. And I suppose that's brilliant for people who, you know, take everything out of the box and they want to keep everything in hand like that. So to be honest, in summary, it's an okay set. I did buy it obviously mainly just because it is Jurassic Park, and I do love Jurassic Park. I mean, I don't know any other sort of crossover that it perhaps could have been, with it being a dinosaur and of course a Jeep, but it's okay. It's up to yourself. I'm not going to really endorse and say you definitely need to get it. I mean, if you love the Beast Wars Megatron molds, then of course you're going to love it. The Jeep is okay. It's definitely not worth buying just for JP93. And to be honest, if you did get it for JP93, I don't think it'd just stick out like a sore thumb. Maybe with some Generation 2 figures, it'd look okay. Otherwise though, guys, it's an okay figure. I suppose in some aspects it's annoying that it is an exclusive, because you might have to search for it to get one for yourselves, but otherwise it's okay. So I hope this review helped you with your decision. Yeah, there you go. Let me know what you guys think. If you've got it or if you want to get it, let me know what you think. If you think I'm being too harsh, just let me know. And again, hopefully I will get the transformation videos up very shortly, and fingers crossed this guy will go together properly for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.